So when you start talking about personal credit is one of the key and major components when it actually comes to applying for business funding. It's not end all be all, but it is a huge factor and a huge component when you start talking about applying for funding, because banks want to know, how have you managed the current affairs that you have now? Period. Like, I understand that you want 50 grand. I understand that you want $100,000. But with every single benefit, there is a burden. There's a burden to the benefit. And so the benefit is you get to go out and get 0% interest funding. The burden is, man, I need to see how you've currently managed your current affairs, right? And so, man, I want you guys to think this and always know this. Before I get to greater, I have to manage the lesser. Before I get to greater, I have to manage the lesser. And so many times people have a distorted understanding and vantage point of view of business funding. Banks want to lend money, but the primary purpose of the bank lending money, it depending on where you are, yes, they want to reinvest into the community. They want to make sure the economy is flowing. But at the end of the day, they're looking to make money. Right? If it's not a credit union, that bank is a for-profit institution. They're in business to make money. They make money off of interest rates. They make money off of deposits. They make money off of investment accounts. They make money off of real estate loans, automotive finance loans. And so that bank is not looking to go into a bad partnership with anybody. They want to assess you. They want to evaluate you. This is the whole purpose of underwriting. I want to see if you are worthy, if you are credible, if you have ample credit score, if you've managed your affairs properly in the past. And so this is one of the reasons why they look at the personal credit score. Now, there is a world where your business credit can trump your personal credit score. There is a world, but oftentimes that world comes along with having longevity. Right? You want to have been in business for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years. You want to have generated revenue, not just one good month, not just one good year, but a couple of good years. Right? Are you somebody that has made 150 one year and then the next year you tank the 20 grand? Are you somebody that's made 70,000 one year, the next year you made 400,000, and then after that you back down to 40 grand? Right? You have to show a level of consistency. You have to show a level of foundationalness, if you will, right? I'm making up a word, but you want to be able to show that you are rooted, you are grounded. But again, one of the main things that they look at is they look at personal credit score. And when we start talking about personal credit score, one of the things that will prohibit you from getting approved from any type of funding is going to be derogatory marks, specifically within the last 24 months. And so if you're somebody that's had a late payment in the last 24 months, that could hurt you. It will hurt you. If you're somebody that's had collections, you still have collections on your credit report, that is something that will hurt you. Charge-offs, bankruptcies, anything on your credit report that would create a negative component. All right. And so you want to keep that credit score as tight as possible. This is why I say this is another reason why, before I move on to the next point, this is another reason why when people talk about, obviously I talk about funding all the time. I talk about business credit, business funding. I think it's one of the most powerful tools ever created, because you get the opportunity to leverage credit and you can almost max out credit and then not affect your personal credit, right? However, one of the things that I want people to understand, and for everybody watching right now, I want you guys to understand that it really doesn't matter in the grand scheme whether you have personal funding or business funding, because the ultimate goal of money is to use the money to make more money. I'm going to say that again. In the grand scheme, it does not matter if you have personal funding or business funding, because the ultimate goal of money is to use it to make more money. All right. So I'll give you an example before I move on to my next point. If somebody on the line or somebody watching this live right now is looking to get into franchising businesses, if you're looking to begin buying franchises, if you're looking to begin buying businesses, if you're somebody like myself and you want to get into developing software, If you want to, go out and start your own transportation company, your own trash removal services, your own digital marketing agency, your own barbering agency, you want to sell jewelry, right? Whatever it is, at the end of the day, what matters is that you have the capacity to put your hands on the capital. Like, when it's time to put your money up for an opportunity, like, who cares if it's business or personal? If I have an opportunity to go buy a tropical smoothie or Blaze Pizza or a Pizza Hut or a Lido's, whatever the case may be, and I have to come to the table with $200,000, I really don't care where the money comes from, whether it's the personal side or the business side. So I wanted to just drive that point home, because I know a lot of times people can try to lean heavily into the business side. I want you to lean into the profit side. I want you to lean into the cash revenue generation side. I want you to lean into the net worth side. I want you to lean into the business buying, business creation side, that you may go in and create revenue and generate revenue. Jerron, what's the whole purpose in you saying that? If you generate revenue, it's going to solve all of your economic problems. Every last one of them. And so, I could pull from a personal line of credit. I could pull from a business line of credit. I could get a grant. It's so many directions that I could go in, but I just want to make sure that all of my listeners right now are taking a very holistic approach, because you may be in a situation right now where you're not strong enough to go get business funding. You may be in a situation right now where you're strong enough to get business funding, but you're not strong enough to get a loan. You can only get a credit card. You may be in a situation where you're strong enough to get a credit card, but you can't get a line of credit yet, right? Can't get a line of credit, but you can get a business auto loan. It's so many different ways to skin a cat. Like, it's so many different ways to skin a cat, man. And that's what I love about funding, but that's overall what I love about life. Man, I'm trying to sit down and figure out what a solution is. I don't have a lot of time to play. I don't have time to waste. I don't have time to keep talking about why I can't do this and talk about my limitations. No, I'm here to, man, infuse into you your possibilities.